Focus. Click the links for Odysee, Bit Chute, join the channel, become a member, and join the Discord. So YouTube wants total control of the narrative. These soy boy vampires of YouTube, these soul-stealing parasites, they really are. Figuratively, Alex Jones was right about a lot of this stuff. No, they're not literal vampires, but figurative soul-stealing vampires, yeah, that's pretty damn close to the truth. YouTube is eating the thumbs down icon, or they're not showing it to the public. The creator can still see it. People on the YouTubes uses a lot of language about protecting people in the YouTube community, where they sort of talk to us as if we're kids. If you've seen those community posts that YouTube occasionally will pop up about showing you like new creators on the rise, and they're all like BLT pox purse puppy kids. It's like, what about everyone else? Oh, no, screw those guys. Okay, well, we're all trying to, get our viewpoint apart. Anyway, so there's a spectrum of manipulation in a video hosting platform. On one end, you've got Bit Chute, Odysee. They use an algorithm with tags to direct similar videos to the customer. That is the basic and best video hosting platform. Then you get World Truth Video, Gab TV. Those are also great examples of pretty much unmanipulated hosts. Now, the fear with them is as they get bigger and money starts coming in, they're going to cuck when the advertisers start to demand it. But the thing is, when you start in alt platform, it's like the South Park or It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia syndrome, where you start off as like you let people know like this is going to be offensive content. So it's not like the advertisers know what they're getting into. It's just a different type of vibe because you start as an alternative to YouTube. It's like, yeah, we're not, Odysee and Bit Chute are not YouTube because YouTube has insane levels of censorship for the right wing. And Wiki will call them every nonsensical phrase in the book, which is funny because they're saying that they're like 50 to 100 million Hugo Boss wearers in the country, which is a weird flex. But my point is advertisers know what they're getting into when they find you on, the other platforms. And why are they so desperate to censor the diverse voices on the right? If these right-wingers, these Alex Jones types, if they spouted such insanity, why don't you just allow everyone to see how purportedly, allegedly crazy they are? What about the disinfecting sunlight of the open marketplace of ideas and all that? It's weird that they're so scared of these Alex Jones types of people that they need to censor them. It's like, really, shouldn't the people be free to decide? And ultimately, what is censorship saying? That they're reminding you who is in charge of the platform and the narrative, and they're also telling you that they know best what ideas that the master allows the slave to consume. So one group of people produce content directed at a customer, but the third party, the censor, decides what content may be transmitted. On the face of it, that is insane. Why on earth would an adult need another adult to decide what ideas he may consume? That's an adult-child relationship, not an adult-adult relationship. Please, YouTube, don't protect me from harmful ideas, especially when YouTube is basically a bunch of alt-left Bolsheviks. Anyway, so these soy boy vampires at YouTube decided that they needed to hide people's opinions on what crap the White House and the Wooflu videos are, because that's what's really going on. There's a narrative being pushed by the mainstream media and the mainstream social media, the government, Bill Gates, the bankers, basically the elite lizard people are all on board this narrative. Have you seen Kamala and Biden's approval ratings? They and the rest need someone to run cover for them. Well, that's when big tech steps up and says, listen, we can do that for you. In fact, if we deplatform people on the right, they won't get elected or reelected. We can control the elections. Oh, hey, maybe someone in Congress should get off their ass and do something about that. You should have been doing something about that 10 years ago. Maybe make the First Amendment apply to social media and the internet. Otherwise, the First Amendment is meaningless and you have Twitter running the country. That's not what we signed up for 250 years ago. Everything these crab people are pushing is evil and harmful to you. It's harmful to anyone who isn't a person of reptile elite. We are the people of warm blood. Hashtag pure blood. So when these propaganda videos come out on YouTube, people express their views by up or down voting it. That is, or was, what YouTube was all about. It is called YouTube. It was your video hosting platform. Now these puppet masters at Google want to protect us from ourselves, which what YouTube was never about. Translates into, they know they're losing control of the narrative. They put out certain videos in which they lie their asses off. Then we come along and massively downvote their propaganda videos right out of North Korea or Russia's Pravda and insult them in the comment section, which is what they deserve. If you're not told at least once a week to delete your self bundle of sticks, then what are you even doing with yourself on social media? That's part of social media, is getting roasted in the comment section. If you don't like it, don't read the comment section. So someone comes along to these videos and they see an official narrative that is utter horseshit. Then they see the ratio of downvotes to upvotes, and they know that a big chunk of people know the narrative is a lie. The media and government are lying. They are flat out looking us in the eye and materially misrepresenting the facts. So they conceal the downvote to upvote ratio. They are hiding an important part of the total communication. They are censoring the expression of the audience. It takes away from the totality of communication. Some of the information is destroyed. That in itself is not enough to scare a lot of people away from the platform. People are lazy. They're going to stick with what is easy. I don't think they're going to leave just because of the downvotes. Where if they remove comments, that would destroy the platform overnight, because that's half the reason people are on YouTube, maybe more. That's why I said, like, if you're getting roasted in your own comment section, just leave the comments up. Like, if it really bothers you, just don't read them. It's not insane. So YouTube is telling you that your opinion doesn't matter. They don't want a dialogue. They want a monologue, a lecture from the puppet masters to the peasants. But YouTube wasn't TV. People left TV to get the interactive experience of YouTube, mostly the comment section. Then they started filtering comments, which was bad enough. Anything other than an imminent threat of violence, just leave alone. That there's too much dangerous free thinking in the comment section. Comment section of a lot of videos helped red pill me and red pilled a lot of other people, and all those channels are gone now. They absolutely do not want an open platform for the exchange of ideas because, as I said, they are lying to us. Please, for a second, go back and look at the Nick Sandmann case. They had the videos from all the different angles. The media companies did, CNN, MSNBC, and they lied because of the color of the kid's skin. He was a fair-skinned person of the light. That was it. If he was anything other than a child of Europa, the Indian guy would not have tried to pull his stunt, and CNN would not have touched it. The media has been lying to us this whole time. They always have been. Since the freaking beginning. But now we can catch them lying because we have cell phone cameras and social media. We are our own media company now. You can get a smartphone. I think I saw one. I'm talking about like a screen smartphone that's, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. I think you can get one. I think I saw one for like $50. And you can become your own voice. You can get your voice heard, except not so much on YouTube, because now they censor you if you go against the narrative. After Trump won in 2016, they knew they needed to get rid of all the channels that help push a right-wing viewpoint. YouTube has banned thousands of channels since 2016. Almost all the effective channels that countered the left-wing nonsense are now gone. It was Google's way of controlling the elections, and it worked. They promised YouTube would be one thing, then there's a detrimental reliance. Then when people spoke, they started to kick certain people off. YouTube today is so lame that Odysee and Rumble and Trovo and Bit Chute and World Truth Video and Gab TV, all those alt platforms are starting to boom. And yeah, at first they're going to be a little clunky to use, but YouTube is so bad that it's worth, if you want to watch, like you want to listen to the Ralph retort, you got to go to Odysee for that, or DLive. Odysee is better because it has a better monetization system. So YouTube is great in terms of their technology. Obviously, they're the biggest video hosting platform on earth. But the furthest right channel now is like Matt Christensen and Salty. Those guys are in trouble And those guys aren't really on the right anyway. They were right of center moderates, but they're the new right now because YouTube banned the actual right, who are all on Odysee doing live streams. All the fun YouTube channels are gone now. They have all been kicked off because they offered a counterbalance to the growing danger of extreme alt-left Bolshevism. Politics is downstream from culture. If Google controls the largest video platform on earth, the dissemination of ideas, then they can control elections, which is terrifying because, as I said, they're lizard people. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, join the Odysee, Bit Chute, Discord, support the channel, Coffee, PayPal, Patreon, or through crypto or other means. And I will see you guys all next episode, as long as we're able to.